we had an old school theme on the last topic. We're gonna stay old school, but this is a little bit different. So, years after their feud, Jadakiss and Beanie Sigel are dropping a joint project. Question is, are we buying this reunion? You know, we know their history. Mm-hmm. So Jadakiss and Beanie Sigel are putting decades of lyrical warfare behind them to team up on a collaboration album titled Kiss the Mac. With longtime
That's a terrible title.
That's what it says. Kiss the Mac. With longtime Philadelphia staple Freeway serving as executive producer. So Freeway's going to executive produce this project.
All right.
The project is slated for 2025 release. It reunites these two hip-hop veterans who once traded some serious diss tracks. We were outside. We remember the radio station. We remember all that.
I actually don't.
I remember that. Now I was up.
I know. This is news to me. I must have missed this.
Oh,
one.
it was serious. Oh, it was bad. It was serious.
It was during
what years?
Old.
Since like 2000, 2001.
It's back when Jay-Z and Nas were going at each other around the same time.
It was everybody against Roc-A-Fella.
I think I was in college when this was going on. 02, 03.
No, I remember this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was necessarily decades
early?
of lyrical warfare.
No, they
it was
pieced
like
it up.
Yeah, they've kind of been cool for a long time.
I know, but it was heavy though for
about
a while.
3-4 years.
It was about 3-4 years. It was,
yeah.
Those mixtapes were very disrespectful.
Yeah.
100%. But I'm not mad at Freeway being executive producer. I don't know. I know he knows both of them well. That doesn't mean he's going to make the beats. For those paying attention at home, it just means he's going to oversee. So we'll see how that goes. But is this Jadakiss and Beanie Sigel collaboration? Is this genuine reconciliation, or is it just a business move?
No,
strategic business move.
Like I said, they've actually been cool and in each other's space for a while now. I actually seen. So Beanie Sigel has a food truck. This was like a couple years ago where Jadakiss actually went on the food truck and was helping serve the food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this isn't anything that's far fetched to me. My whole thing, just give me good music, man. I'm cool on anybody linking up if they were feuding, whatever. Beanie Sigel and Jadakiss, Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs. Give me good music.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's all I really care about. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's exactly how I feel.
And I think this is the opposite of the patchwork conversation we had in the previous topic. These guys are alive and well. They're gonna get in the studio. They probably have already recorded records.
Yeah.
I mean, what about Beanie Sigel's voice?
Yeah.
Like, is this going to be an AI situation?
But here's my thing, though. We talked about this. This was a while back.
Yeah.
Multiple episodes back, where I said myself, just my personal opinion, because of Beanie's situation with his lungs and like his lungs and stuff like that, I don't mind him because he's still going to write his lyrics. So if that assists him as he records records with Kiss, I'm not mad at that. For me, I'm not mad at that. He has a legit situation that he's dealing with, and he's still writing his bars.
Mm-hmm.
They're not typed to a computer. I'm good with that if he uses that. I'm not mad at it.
Okay. No,
I'm not.
No, I mean, because I was a super Beanie Sigel fan, you know, when he hit the streets.
Me too.
You know, so.
He was my favorite on the rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Long used to play Beanie Sigel. The Truth album, I remember.
The Truth, like one of my favorite Jay-Z records was a Beanie Sigel record with Raw-Uncut. I used to play that like I was getting paid to do it. But I am excited to hear this because I still like Jadakiss's records. I was a fan of anything that Jadakiss and she can, I hear there's might be another Woo Block album that comes out.
I heard about that. Yeah.
I still get excited when artists of that ilk and of that age, if you will, talking about putting out new music. You know, like I said, I don't know the condition of Beanie's voice, if there's going to be AI assisting involved, as long as he's writing the bars, like, I know this is going to be a situation where he may not be able to perform, but if we still get the records and it's still that hardcore, like, vibe that I enjoyed so very much when The Truth and The Reason came out, like, to me, those are two classic records we don't talk enough about.
Sure.
Yeah. And like I said, I think Beanie Sigel, just with all the other things he was going through, winds up being underrated, and all the things that happened when Roc-A-Fella broke up. it was like, okay, where's Beanie? Like Beanie kind of got lost in the shuffle. So
I'm kind of got in his own way.
Yeah, he got in his own way. You know, there were things that, you know, that hurt him that were maybe self-inflicted, but I'm excited. If I can get new Beanie Sigel bars, I'm here for it.
Lone, how does this hit different? Does this...
I don't know. Look, I'm a fan of Jadakiss and Beanie Sigel, obviously.
Right.
I don't know how these two artists are going to sound in 2025.
Together
And with the productions that they select, because they are two artists that are very much of a very specific era where they excelled. And they're also two artists that I haven't really heard a lot of.
Kiss been around.
Yeah, he's been dropping.
Kiss been around.
Yeah, but kind of.
You might not have been checking for it, but Kiss been around.
I'm not saying he's not been around. I'm just saying, like, Kiss hasn't moved the needle on anything in a very, very long time.
Now, the needle is different. I'll give you that. The needle is different.
Like, if we're talking about just two guys that are making some records, then yeah, okay, maybe. But if we're talking about, like, what can it sound like now, I don't want this to sound like 2003.
What if I told you that I believe that these two artists in particular, although they come from an era or a time capsule that you're speaking about, I feel like they are more open to having this sound like the updated version of that. I have confidence in them to do that.
I don't have confidence in anything until I see it.
That's fair.
I
believe it though. I believe it.
Share me a record. You know, like let me see what it sounds like. You know, to me it depends on who's producing it.
True.
You know, if it's Jake One, that'll be interesting.
With with Freeway involved.
What if some of the homies come back? Just Blaze come back?
What's Just Blaze sound like now?
Yeah, I haven't heard Just Blaze in a minute.
I would say it would be good.
I don't know. I haven't heard Just Blaze. I haven't heard Just in a very long time.
Kanye's not the same guy.
No, I'm kidding. No, we ain't gonna use.
We haven't heard Just Blaze since what? Exhibit C.
Nah, he been. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, that's so long ago. I mean, like, you know,
if it sounds like Exhibit C, that still would stretch. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. But I think it just depends on what it sounds like. Like whoever is, you know, if Freeway is in charge of, you know, executive producing this, it depends on where Freeway's ear is at. You know,
that is a good point.
If Freeway's in 2003 or 2002, then the people that really love that and want that nostalgic sound from that era are going to love it. I'm just going to be like, it's cool, and I'm probably going to move on from it.
Because you know what, Lon, I feel like they have a chance to debunk that, what we're talking about, because it is a real thing when we always talk about updated kits or whatever. There's two sides of it. So these guys have a chance to do it, execute it with the updated sound, or to your point, it can be a time capsule joint that sounds outdated. So to me, that's what I'm intrigued by. I'm curious to see which side of this are we going to get. I personally believe we're going to be on the other side, but I could be wrong.
Just give me good music.
Give me good music, man.
I can't think of the last time that I heard a new Jadakiss record, and I mean, I'm sure that they exist.
I had to look it up, but like,
you know, but like,
now mind you, that was still now 5 years ago.
But you know, like,
Project was good
I
too.
know that he's been doing stuff, but like, when I think of Jadakiss, I immediately go to like 2000 to 2003, 2004 in that era.
Damn.
And so, like,
I give him a little more credit than that.
I still give him the credit for the records the Locks have put out.
But I'm not mad at Lone because I think,
and once again, Woo Block.
But I think Lone.
I didn't like Woo Block.
But I think Lone outside
I wasn't a big fan of that either.
Lone is speaking for the people that are outside of the people that are tapped in. I think the way he's sounding is a general consensus. When people think about Kiss,
he's been on some fire features, especially since the Verses.
Yeah,
Verses kind of reignited.
That gave him a spark.
Jadakiss's career, because people heard like, damn, he was really rapping, and sounding good. So that kind of led to some features. But to your point, and this is gonna sound crazy, but Jadakiss does not have a classic album as a whole.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think I could spot a bad Jadakiss verse.
No, he's very, you know what I mean? Like
but he doesn't have any duds either.
No, he doesn't have any duds. He has albums that I rock with and I can listen to, but there's skips on those albums. I don't think as a whole he has a classic album.
Yeah, but
he's still an elite lyricist.
Absolutely,
he's the rare person that's a all-time great classic MC without a classic.
Yeah, I'm just very curious about this whole I'd just be very curious how the project's curated.
Mm-hmm.
when it comes from just being an MC, I don't have any doubts about Jadakiss. When it comes about being an MC with Beanie, I have no doubts about that either. It's more so about like, what does the project sound like?
Don't make it sound like it's rushed or we just had to give y'all something because now we can start promoting it. And so I got to give you something. Yeah,
I don't want to make a deadline.
Yeah, I don't want that. The thing that where Clip succeeded was they're using, we already know who Pharrell is. Pharrell has not faded into obscurity. And you had Pusha T that was creating solo joints and Malice that was doing the same thing, just not in the secular world. What led to them being successful and coming together and doing it, for one, they was already a group. And then they're working with the same producer they worked with back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Which was a plus for them. With Jadakiss and Benny, it's more so, okay, Jada was in a group with the Locks, but he had a lot. I feel like he had more success as a solo artist. Jadakiss was, I mean, not Jadakiss, but Benny was always a single artist.
Beanie.
Didn't I say that?
You said Benny.
Did I say Benny? All right, my bad.
Yeah,
It's all good.
Anyway, he's a featured. Beanie was always crazy. You know what I'm saying? Anytime he was featured, I remember at one point in time, it was supposed to be a Beans and Bleak situation going on because of their 1-2. So
there was supposed to be a Mac and Brad.
Yeah,
Scarface.
Yeah.
Would have been
That was
great.
going to be crazy.
that would be crazy. But I don't know, man. I'm interested to hear a project by them together, but at the same time, I can't say that I'm 100% excited to hear it.
I'll wait till a song drops.
Yeah.
You know, like it's one of those things where I feel like there's potential there, though. You know, like this could be really good.
I mean, what I don't want is, and this is just me being, I'm taking all the other hats off, just the consumer. What I don't want is Beanie and Kiss to be rapping over trap beats trying to get.
No.
I don't want that.
No, that's not gonna happen.
I don't need that. I don't want that. You can remove yourself from who you were and still not go completely to the other side. To me, that's going to be corny if y'all come out and start rapping over stuff like that. It's not going to hit the same. So that's my one concern. Like, don't let people talk you into doing something that you know is not you. Because that happens a lot.
Jada's not going to let nobody talk him into nothing.
I agree with you.
If you watch the Jada and Joe show, Joe be on there talking cash and Jada be like, nah, I'm cool with everything you saying, B. Yeah, you ain't about to talk him into that.
Yeah, I like Jada a lot, man.
Yeah.
Joe be lying too, so
man.
There's that.
But then this is the thing: something will happen, and someone will confirm one of Joe's stories, and be like, "Damn, come on."
Nah.
But yeah, I don't think. Once again, these are veterans at this point, and I don't think you can do anything to talk them out of their position and be like, "No, go ahead and here, get Ice Spice on the hook or whatever."
That ain't going.
No, that's not gonna happen.
So, what do you guys think about the concept of this reunion kind of signifying rappers setting aside their past differences and stuff to create ventures or projects or certain things moving forward?
I mean,
could this be an example? Or
just as long as it's not forced, man. I'm cool on people just doing stuff just to be doing it. But this isn't anything new.
That's
true. You had the whole Nas and Jay-Z situation where was it Nas' show when he brought out Jay-Z or Jay-Z when he brought out Nas?
This I declare war thing.
I declare war.
That was
Plus
Jay-Z bringing out Nas.
Plus they
them
did Black
squashing the
Republican.
situation. Yeah. I mean, this isn't anything new, man. I mean,
it's growth.
Yeah. This doesn't again make me want to listen to something just because somebody's cool. I just want good